friends. I think sweaters are some of the easiest and best things to find via resale. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why I think that, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite sweaters that I have found completely sourced via resale over the years. Welcome to the Dress Up Mom. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you are a regular viewer and subscriber, I absolutely love you. Thank you so much. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please subscribe. It's just the button here somewhere. I'm trying to grow the channel. It will mean the world to me. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. And we are on all the social media outlets, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at the Dress Up Mom, hashtag the Dress Up Mom, and you can check us out there too. All right, as we get into sweater season, I thought I would talk about buying sweaters via resale and why I just love doing it. I mean, almost all of mine I have had via resale. And I think there's a number of reasons that I really like doing this. First off, you can get some amazing pieces, really high quality for an unbelievably good price. Now, there is a reason that cashmere has the cachet that it does. It really is just such a lovely fabric that feels so nice to your skin. It wears well, and it is a real treat, I think. And you can find cashmere via resale a lot and for really good prices. So that's one thing. Just the quality is amazing of what you can find. There are also some incredibly unique, beautiful handmade pieces that you can find that are lovely. They're not going to be the same thing you're seeing everybody wear from Zara, H&M, all of those places. No, find a unique, beautiful sweater with some meaning to it. Also, basic sweaters don't necessarily go out of style. They're sort of classics. So if you can find some nice basic sweaters via resale, you will have those in your wardrobe for a really long time, like I do, and they will just get almost better with time. The other thing that's kind of nice is that a lot of sweaters are unisex. So you're not just limited to like the women's section or the men's section. You can go and find sweaters in the men's section that'll fit you, that can be nice and unique, and use those as well. Like I said, just the wools and the fabric. I'm finding that a lot of like the sweaters that people are buying now are made out of cotton or these weird blends. I mean, there's a reason. Wool, I mean, different kinds of wool over the years. It's just lovely. Now, so you might think that you don't want to buy wool because it's hard to take care of or you have to dry clean it. No, I wash all of mine either by hand or in the washing machine using this product from the laundress. I have some videos on it. It's the wool and cashmere shampoo. It is just amazing. I don't know if you can see this pop, but wonderful. The wool smells beautiful afterward. It feels really nice on the skin, so you don't have to go and dry clean them. You can take care of them yourself. Another thing, if you buy the right thing, when you get sick of it, you can actually sell these things back and make your money back on them if you take good care of them. Not to mention that you really are saving the environment, climate change, all of that. Fast fashion and new clothing really does make a dent in that. So here's kind of a fun, easy way that you can sort of help the environment. Now, I will tell you, you have to be a little bit careful. You want to look through these really closely, check for holes, because sometimes since they are wool or nice and old, they might have some holes. So look through it. If it's a tiny little hole that you can mend, great. If not, pass. There's plenty of good options. Another thing, give it a good smell test, because some of these pieces might have been in people's closets or stored for a while and they can smell a little funky, or even have a little bit of mold or mildew or mothball smell. So smell them. If it's really bad, don't get it. If it has just a tiny bit of a smell, you can actually, by washing them with a good product, putting them with a little bit of scented vinegar maybe in a bag, that'll make it dissipate. But if it's really bad, pass on those as well. So look carefully through them, but I'm telling you, there are some amazing pieces, and I want to show you my favorite finds that I've had over the years. I think my number one favorite is this amazing piece. I don't know if you can see this. It's actually a sweater coat, and I call this my dream coat. Honestly, it's like my Joseph and the Amazing Dream Coat. This is crocheted, I believe, back in the 70s. Look at these pom-poms on it. It's cool stuff here. It has these pieces on the shoulder that are really unique. It lays really beautifully, and it's so, I love when I get to put this on. I feel honestly magical with it. It also has this fun hat that came with it. It is super old. It's from the 70s. The brand is Dorothée Bis, I think from France. Now I got this at an amazing place called The Way We Wore in LA. Doris Raymond, who owns the shop, also has a great YouTube channel called The Way We Wore. She'll teach you everything about vintage clothes. It's a fun one. It's one of the ones I never miss. And I found this there. It is one of my treasures. I think I'll have it for life. I loved when I posted a picture of it. Her son actually gave me a comment saying that his mom would be happy that I was wearing this. My 70s just dream coat that I love. Never will give this pup up. This is a recent one that I picked up in Rancho Santa Fe at a resale shop. It is an old vintage Norwegian sweater. I really think this is beautiful. It's a little bit cropped. I don't know, you can't really see, it's tiny, cropped, and I think that it has a real kind of classic feel. This will never go out of style. It's a really beautiful wool. It's a nice heavy wool that I can wear around the beach and just kick around in. I think this is a great classic piece. I think I paid something like $14 for it. My daughter was living in Ireland, and we got to go and visit her a couple times there, and you can imagine that the Irish wools are amazing in their sweaters. So check out this fun piece that I found. I call it my black sheep sweater. But it is this really big, oversized, nice wool. It feels great on. It was kind of different, like I said, because it's black. I found it at a vintage shop there. It is pretty old, I can tell. I think it was from Glasgow. And it is just such a nice, fun piece that I can throw over a pair of jeans. I think this is another classic one that I love, and the little sheep on it here is kind of a fun touch. This is a really cute cashmere sweater that's vintage, that's from Scotland. That is a really nice silhouette to it. It's a nice thin, like again, the cashmere just feels so great. And I use this as a layering piece. It has this really pretty ribbon on it too. Now I had to do a little bit of work on this ribbon because parts of it were coming out, but I just had it sewn down nicely. And this is just a nice classic piece that I found at a thrift shop for a steal. Another cashmere piece that I picked up just recently, again, at a nice shop, is this really beautiful sort of cable knit turtleneck in a camel color. Classic. Like I said, it had a tiny little hole that I patched underneath here that you can't even see. And I think this is like a layering piece, basic, that I'll have forever. I paid like, I don't know, $12 for this. Recently, when I was going through my dad's closet, I came across this really cool sweater that he had, which is a vintage wool, just a nice red kind of oversized sweater. And I wear this a bunch of different ways in the winter. It's not too thick, but it's a nice wool. And I kind of feel like he's sort of with me a little bit when I'm wearing this sweater. So again, you can do unisex, and also look through some of your relatives' pieces, because sweaters can be really cool things to have, and they can also have a nice memory attached to them. Speaking of that, this is another one of my treasures, which is also an old vintage piece from Ireland, this Irish knit. I love the just detailing. Look at the detailing on this here. If you can see, it's just beautiful. It also has these lovely, lovely leather buttons, and this has a special story. This was actually my husband's grandmother's sweater. This is super, super old that she got. And she was a lot shorter than me and had really, like, not, my arms are way, way longer. So the sweater, when I got it, was up to here maybe. And I took it to this alterations person who was really good with knits, and she did such a lovely job turning this into this gorgeous vest that I can wear, and I've had for the longest time. and I just love it. I also feel like she's sort of part of me and I'm wrapped up in her when I'm wearing this. Finally, of course, Christmas sweaters. Now, if you're not getting your Christmas sweaters vintage or thrifting, you're missing out. Because you can get beautiful ones. Like, I love my Christmas sweater. I love wearing this. I think it's really cute. And it is vintage. It is made out of a wool. It's lamb's wool, and it has a little bit of sort of rabbit in there, but it has this really pretty quilting and these jewels on it that were in great shape. I picked this up at a thrift shop also for something like $10. This one had a little bit of a smell, but I was able to get rid of it by doing the steps that I told you, the laundress, and then soaking some scented vinegar and putting it into a bag and having it stay there. Now it's like perfect, ready to go for this holiday season. So those are my vintage, resale, family passed down, heirloom sweater stories. And I really hope that I've inspired you to think about doing this. Think about getting your sweaters via resale, vintage, or even from family members. And I would love to hear your stories about that. If you're doing it, if maybe this inspires you to do that. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. Until next time, have fun and dress it up a little.